I want to make a police report.
One second. Let me see what we can do. Are you trying to file a new report or request a copy of an existing one?
File a new report.
Got it. Let me look up some options. What are you trying to report?
Police misconduct.
One second. Let me see what options I can find. What's the address where this misconduct happened?
376 Pasco Boulevard, Bowling Green, Kentucky, 42104.
Okay. I see a callback number of 270-777-5671. On your caller ID, is this the best number to reach you?
Yes.
One second. I'm going to forward. You are being forwarded to a dispatcher to better assist you. Bowling Green Police Dispatcher Morton.
Good morning. My name is Crystal Ketchup, and I'm at 376 Pasco Boulevard, um, apartment 20. And I'm calling because I don't really know how to classify this, but I think that I'm being gassed in my apartment. Um, I went to sleep tonight at about 9 o'clock, and I sleep on live. I sleep recording myself, and I woke up in the middle of the night about 11:50, and I recorded that my TV was cut off. It was a strange feel, like a smell, like a faint smell in the house. I have a weird headache, and my video has like all been blurred, and it was cut off for like 2 hours. That there was no recording, and I don't know what happened while I was asleep, but I have reported plenty of times that I'm getting death threats, and a lot of stuff is happening as a result of a misconduct report that I made.
Okay. And that smell that you're smelling, does it smell like gas?
It it just smells like a chemical odor, and I woke up with a headache, and I recorded. I sleep with the recorder on me, and when I play the recorder back to see what happened, everything is just blurred. You can't see anything.
Okay. I can get the fire department up there to check on that smell. Would you like an ambulance to come check you out for that headache and vision issues?
Um, that'll be fine. Will the police come? I don't want to disturb my whole neighborhood, but will the police come to make a report? I would like to show them the video, because the video is what's going to show that something is happening when I sleep at night. And the fact that my recording was cut off, it shows that something had to occur.
Okay. And you said you've been getting threats from a report.
Yes.
Okay. So 376 Pasco Boulevard, I have both apartments. This is the apartment 20, correct?
Yes.
Do you want fire to come check out that smell as well to see if it's gas?
It's gas, but it's gas that's being put in here on purpose. But it's not. I don't think it's anything that a fire department is going to be able to do anything about.
Okay. 707-757-5671, number I did call back.
It's a number you can reach me on. Yes,
Okay. And who's been sending you threats?
I made a federal misconduct complaint, and I have a copy of it. And this is not my first time calling to tell you that like something like this has happened. That's the purpose of the recorder. Otherwise, I would, have to say to myself that it would sound crazy for me to call in saying something like this. So that's the purpose of the recorder. And, because
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
the
But
only
who's
proof that
the
I have.
specific person who's threatening you?
The person's name,
Yes.
I don't feel comfortable saying that right now. But I'm being harassed um, at work, and especially mainly when I'm here and when I'm asleep and when I'm in my apartment, period. And I live here alone.
Okay. But you won't tell me who is harassing you at work or at home?
I don't feel comfortable saying that over the phone, no, ma'am.
Okay. We will have an officer. Do you want an officer to come in person or to give you a phone call?
To come in person.
All right. We will have somebody out to you as soon as possible, okay?
Are you still sending the ambulance just to make sure, because I have a terrible headache and I didn't have it before I went to sleep.
I can connect you over with the ambulance service to get some medical help out to you. Yes, ma'am, if you'll stay on the line with me.
Okay.
Stay on the line with me. Listener, ma'am.
Hi, I'm calling. My name is Crystal Ketchup. I live at 376 Pasco Boulevard in Bowling Green. And I woke up a few minutes ago to like a strange, um, like smell, like a chemical smell in the house. And I have a really, really bad headache. And the lady said that you could possibly send someone out just to check and just make sure everything's okay. I didn't know if you do that or if I should try to get in my car and just drive to the ER.
I wouldn't get in the car and drive. What apartment are you in there?
Apartment 20.
20?
Yes.
What's the phone number you're calling from in case we get disconnected?
270-777-5671.
Okay, we've got help on the way to you. I'm just going to get some information from you. Are there any other people in the apartment?
No, it's just myself.
Okay, how old are you?
49.
Okay. And are you outside now?
No, I'm inside. I just woke up. I live on the second floor, and I just woke up about probably 17 to 20 minutes ago now.
Okay. I would go ahead and if you can safely just go outside just so you're getting some fresh air and you're not being exposed to that, just so we can get somebody there to kind of check it for you. What is the smell? You said it's like a chemical?
Yeah, and I had my recorder on, my cameras on, and I know something had happened because everything is blurred and they were cut off at about 9 o'clock. So this went on for almost 3 hours. Whatever occurred during that time, that all of the recording was cut off.
Okay. All right. Like I said, we got a lot of help coming to you. Um, and do you know where the chemical smell was coming from, or?
No, but in the on my TV is in the camera, and so it just looks like either fumes or it's blurred. I can't really make out what it is, but that's the only proof that I have that something went on. But I can't say. The vent is right by the TV, and it's
Are you having any difficulty breathing?
no, it just feels like in my nose, it just feels like a strong odor, like something strong, like if you as if you've inhaled something, and then I just feel really anxious and I have a really bad headache.
Okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next. If it's safe to do so, leave the contaminated area, but do not leave the scene. Um, just like I said, you just get outside and wait for the fire department and the ambulance to get there. So then on the way from now on, don't have anything to eat or drink. It might make you sick or cause further problems. Just rest in the most comfortable position for you. Uh, before responders arrive, like I said, just try to wave it down outside, and if anything changes, call us back immediately for further instructions.
Okay, thank you.
We've got a lot of help coming to you.
All right, bye bye.
got some gas now?
Mhm. I got up, went to bed, at about 9 o'clock for work, and I woke up, um, set an alarm so I could wake up and take care of some stuff. And when I got up, it was like a smell, like a stinging smell. I had a strange, like something in my nose, and I had like a really bad headache. And so the first thing I did was went back and checked my cameras, and they were turned off, and everything was blurred on the camera. So the last thing that was captured was like at 9 something. So
This
that
morning
was
or this evening?
this evening. So nothing was on the video. That's the only proof that I have that something happened tonight when I went to sleep. And so I have cameras in the house for a reason and for my security, because I made a federal complaint outside of this, and I've been getting some like harassment, death threats and stuff like that. Um, and so I really don't know like what to say that happened, but what I believe is that some kind of fume, some kind of gas kind of knocked me out, and whatever happened in those 2 hours just did. And if you look at the video that I have, everything blurred, and that's the only, thing that I have physical evidence of, that something is just weird, that shouldn't happen like that. And my videos or my lives or my cameras should not be cut off at any time. And this is kind of a constant whenever I go to bed, and I have it because it just makes me feel safe.
Absolutely.
I live here alone. I'm not on drugs. Um, I'm not
Can
on.
you check the room behind you?
Yes, you can. This is where I sleep.
Okay. Are you still on these other things check here?
I just feel like really anxious and shaky, and I have like a really bad headache, and I'm trying to calm down to kind of drive myself to the ER because I don't have any support here, so I won't have a way back home if I were type of ambulance. I just kind of, this happened, and I'm just like mixing up, me just waking up, and then me, feeling violation of some kind of way because I don't know why my videos look like that. And so I'm
Show me what you're
emotional.
talking about.
Okay, so if I go back into, let me see, photos. And so it's like, I played 36, I recorded it. That's my video screen. And what you're looking at is me recording the screen and just watch all that is blurred. That's my camera, and that's my TV, and everything is just blurred. And then it cuts off on its own.
So you got much TV there doing that?
Like, that's when it's blurred. Like, if I go to the actual video of it, it looks like this. Okay, this is the actual video. I'm asleep, my camera is on, and it's pointed towards me in the TV. And it just totally cuts off on its own. So it started at 7:30. So 2 hours and 20 minutes after that would be like 9:50 something approximately. Cuts off on its own. This is the end of it. And right before the end of it is where everything starts to blur, and everything gets all messed up, and then it just kind of cuts off. Like it's going into the 30 some second clip that I just recorded. new one, and, just had to go to the store, but I don't have anything cut on anyway. But whatever it was shouldn't have had, any effect on my camera or my TV. So I don't know if the blur was because of the whatever came through the vent that kind of came in front of the TV, or if it was just something on its own, but it definitely should not have done that. And it shouldn't have blurred like that.
You can talk to me more quick, let them just kind of talk to you.
Okay, hello, how are you?
What's going on, man?
I don't really know how to put it, but I just woke up and I felt that there was a gas smell in the house, and I'm kind of away,
Okay.
and I feel that, something happened in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I was recording, I showed the officer that the only physical evidence I have to show that something happened is that I was recording when I went to bed, and the images are blurred. There's something kind of like, in front of the television or something like that, and then everything went off at about 9 something.
Okay.
I woke up at about 11 something with this smell in the house,
Okay.
and with this headache, and with this like odor in my
Can you
nose.
describe the smell?
It's feels like, it's like a, how if you put something in your nose, like if you did like aspirin or some kind of medicine.
Like
That's
Vicks or
yeah, that's what it,
like a methanol type smell?
I don't know about that, but,
Right.
cause I don't know what that is,
It's
but,
little Vicks,
okay.
Vicks
Some,
Vapors got
it feels like, I felt medicated,
Okay.
and I felt sedated, and I
Okay.
felt, and I have like I said, a really bad headache,
Okay.
and I felt shaky and more anxious because my videos were cut off.
What type of videos? You said videos are like,
Yeah, I showed it to the officer.
can I see it?
I did 30 seconds of it, and it shows where my videos were blurred. So that's my TV, it's angled at me, it started at 7:30, and it went through, and they cut it, whoever did it, cut it off on its own,
What do you mean whoever did it? I don't.
because, okay, this runs until I cut it off.
Okay.
I set the date and the time for it.
Okay.
So it was started at 7:30,
Okay.
and it ran for 2 hours and 25 minutes, or whenever I was asleep. So I went back to play it, and when I went back to play it, it just shows how it was blurred like that.
Okay.
And it just shows that there was some type of contortion in the video, and then the whole camera was cut off when I got up.
Okay.
So there was no video footage captured for like 2 hours,
Okay.
and that doesn't happen like that.
Okay. Are you wanting to go to the hospital?
I feel like if you check my blood pressure and it's low enough.
So here's the thing, if you feel like that you've inhaled some type of gases or something like that, blood pressure's not gonna show anything, you're gonna have to get like an ABG or get some type of blood work. So I'd be glad to take your vital signs or whatnot, but ultimately, if you feel like there was something, you're gonna have to get like an ABG and stuff like that, and take it to the hospital today.
Okay.
So,
I
but the fire
just-
department has used their 3-gas meter and they haven't found anything.
Okay.
Where'd you get this air filter from?
I'm here.
Right here down the closet? So this should be good, I'll put it back in. I'll let the apartment complex know that you probably need a new one. They
Okay.
usually will come do that.
Okay.
Have you been using your fireplace or anything?
No.
No?
I don't use my fireplace, I don't use my AC or
Where'd you pull it
anything,
from?
everything
Bottom?
is pretty, it
Yeah, those
goes,
in the bottom, I see.
it goes,
Those in the bottom,
it
I
goes
see.
like that.
Underneath that white pipe.
So ultimately,
Underneath that white pipe.
if you feel like there, like I said, if you feel like there was something toxic in your house and you feel like that something happened here, best course of action is for us to go get you, take you to the hospital and get you some, blood work done. And then tomorrow, tomorrow, you probably as people and have them come and check your stuff.
Yeah, we're not finding no gas readings on our, that's the five gas, they're five
It's
gas.
just that guys, so.
Okay.
But you have a seal monitor there, carbon monoxide, it's not doing all readings.
Okay.
So, yeah, if the five gas isn't picking up anything, then I'm pretty confident there's nothing in this house.
Okay.
And you have no gas appliances that we, if
No,
you
I
check
don't.
out your appliances, no gas.
Electric.
So,
Okay, well, I'm gonna drive, I'll just drive,
okay,
and,
well, I'm gonna get some information from you,
Okay.
you just had a refusal.
Okay.
Because if you wanna drive, I'm fine with that,
okay,
but, if you wanna go down, Brian's got the computer,
okay,
he's gonna get some information from you.
okay.
Oh, you're good, that's all. What's your first name?
Crystal,
Crystal. Is it spelled?
Yeah, we're good, thank y'all.
CRYSTAO.
yeah,
Last name?
ketchup, K-E-T,
Ketchup. Like ketchup?
yeah,
And birthday?
2777.
And do you have any significant medical history or allergies, anything? If you just scribble on the whole top line there and not get them to witness it, that's just saying that you're okay with not needing an ambulance. So you don't need it.
All right, ma'am, should you need us back, you could, Bobby could call us back. Otherwise, if you wanna seek treatment at any of the hospitals or the freestanding, you're more than welcome to go there. I'd also, contact your maintenance people tomorrow and have them come in and maybe they can do a detailed inspection and, go from there, okay?
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right, call us if you need us, okay?
Okay, thank you. All right, let's see. All right, so today is, let me get my journal. So, um,
You're just parroting everybody else, like me. In other words, like some.
so I got up. I set my alarm for 12 o'clock so I could wake up and make a FBI complaint. And when I woke up. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, 8:53 to be exact, and went to sleep. I was tired, and I woke up on a lost time. It was 11:55, I think. I woke up, checked my phone, and seen that it was almost 12 o'clock, and I had a headache. And the first thing I did was look at my phone. And when I looked at my phone, they had cut the video off. And when they cut the video off, I went back to check on live. They had cut the whole feed off, and they had cut the video off. And when I went back and played the camera, they had it was like these strange things on the TV. So I recorded the last 36 seconds of the video, and it showed that something was going on with the TV. So, matter of fact, you could just see what the TV is doing, and you could just see everything is blurred.
You're functioning in that realm. So, he's writing to children because you recognize him, but he recognizes the need for spiritual development.
And then everything just goes off. So I called the police. They didn't do a report. They're not going to do a report. So they just look at you like you're crazy. And when you show them stuff, they just talk amongst each other and then don't say nothing else. They said they didn't find no gas in the house. I'm quite sure the feds use some type of gas that you're not going to be able to detect, or that they will just tell you that they didn't detect anything. But something puts me to sleep and wakes me back up on it every single time is a law's number. So let me just write this, get caught up in my notebook because I'm finna go back to sleep because I gotta go to work tomorrow. Even though they threatened to do something to me when I come back to Tennessee tomorrow, I'm still going to work because I have to pay my bills. So hold on, let me write in my notebook. what I wrote in my journal is so what I wrote in my journal was basically um, was that what I wrote in my journal was that I just woke up at about 11:55 and the asked me and cut my video off. I was unrecorded for over 2 hours. I don't recall dreams too much, but I was in La La Land, and I think that I was with my children or doing something of the sort or with children. The dream was very intense. I replayed my YouTube video and it was blurred and it was cut off. I got up and called the EMS and the police, but neither made a report. The EMS did document that I refused the ambulance. If I went in the ambulance, I would have to ride in the Uber or Lyft with the law, and I can't risk that. If I go to the hospital and tell them that the law did this, they will stage me as a mental health risk. Anytime you mention the FBI to law enforcement or the hospital, the punishment is automatic lockdown. Example, Nico and May to June of 2025. I am not scared. I just think that I am so traumatized that I don't have feelings anymore. They have done so much that I am just accustomed to the abuse. I almost expect it. So it's like lately I haven't said anything major because um, I want to work. And if you want to work, then you don't say anything about them. And you just act like nothing is going on. And every agent gives you the false hope that they're doing something um, to help you and that they want you to feel like, we're undercover and we're watching this and we're, you know, watching what's going on with your phone and, we're taking care of you, this, that, and the other. And it's not that at all. They want you to be quiet and let them do what they're doing so they can put you in jail and at least you will have your life. But you're still going to jail, but none of them don't make the abuse stop because they're all they all do it. Everybody do it. They just don't want to talk about it in public. They don't want people to know that they still do this. So when I go to work, they intentionally block my videos. Like right now, I'm trying to back up 5 videos on my phone from me recording doing Uber today. They won't let the videos back up on my phone. And they won't let the events be seen because what I feel like they're doing, I just don't want to say it because if you they tell me whatever you say, we're gonna do. But I'm just smart enough to know that if you're intentionally blocking where I am and what I'm doing. And if all of my family members are AI, like if I was to spell this out on paper, like this is what this is. So if I was to get, let's do the, let's do the plot on paper. All right. So if you take apart the narratives, you know that you have a device. And then you know that you have the time and date. And then you know you have to have scouts. And then you got to have your events. All right. So what they do is every day when I go to Tennessee, it's one or two things. One person is staging, and then another group is staging. One group is staging jail, and another group is staging death. All right, the way that it works is every event that you do goes in one of these categories. Easter is AI sim. Gwanda is AI sim. Nika is a new AI sim, and it is an app, which means it's downloaded on any law's cell phone. Everybody that gives you their number is linked. Two devices per two SIMs at the least per device. So if you stage death, then what you have to have is a series of events. You need scouts. You need to pass the date and the time. You have to link the SIM card with those events, and you have to get the person in the current to make the video that you got from the past. An example of this would be, let's use the police from yesterday. All right, you got a staged wreck not far away from the pullover. There's no victim and there's no person. All right, part two, he has no tag, no name. They removed him from the video. Number three, there's no name on the police report. He used a citation that says multiple citations. All right, that's a flag. The color is multi-state linked. All right, so what if you're taking that, then you're taking the events. They can say she was in a wreck, this was the car accident, she forgot. What they consistently do is take a scout, change the date and time, recreate events that they want you to be a part of, staging either one, jail or death. Now, being that they are so insistent on my location not being here in this apartment, every single video I make is blocked, taken offline. This is consistently to put you somewhere else where you're not. Now, they have throughout different plots that they want to play with. They have done Kidnapped by Mexicans. They have throughout Died by Heart Attack. They have done Shot in Head, Suicide. They have done uh, Ozempic overdose. But whichever one that the law have chosen, they have to have a series of events to lead up to that lie. And so that's the purpose of location. That's the purpose of, for example, Sharon in Louisville or wherever they got her, um, being outside, consistently moving in the flow of drugs. This is why the one of the reasons the drug narrative is so important, because when I go to work, I consistently across the board do the drug rides so that we're pushing you in harm's way, because we know you write and you post everything. So when you write and post, we are going to intentionally send you, because we're the law, we know where drugs are, and we're going to intentionally send you in that path because we know you're going to write it. And we know that you will know that it's drugs there. And so you're going to go on there and you're going to say, and I went here in this environment, drugs. And so they're going to take that and send that to whoever that they want you to see. And that way it starts a war right there. And that way the law can step back and say she was a drug dealer. Because when I went the other day to do Uber in Tennessee, they sent me I posted on my Facebook page, um, they, so much for training and having a boyfriend, because they said, you're in training. And then they said, um, um, you're in training. And then they said, that I had well, I told y'all that, about that. I've said that a long time ago. I just don't talk about it no more because it gets serious death threats. It get more death threats than me just talking about the law. Um, and then the lady on the phone to my, what's the name of the people? I'm gonna tell them tomorrow. They live here. They live in this building. They live in that building. They live in that building. They live back there in the back. They live here. That's why it's so bad. They live here. It's that boy upstairs. He's one of them. And so, that's what the problem is. And I believe what they do is gas me at night through that hole in that closet or through them vents, and at the same time they flush it out when they're done, and that's why you just wake up on cue. And but they told this boy in, um what was that? I think that was like February of 2024. They told this boy then that they can make me wake up anytime they want to. That's what they told him. And I heard it in Atlanta. They told him that. And the boy was like, for real. And then Next thing you know, I'm waking up. And so they told him that. So, but anyway, long story, back to what I was saying. So if you did a plot like this, you have to build it and have the elements. So I be looking when I'm in Tennessee at how they changed the location and they consistently moving it to New York because but at the same time my tag number DDI whatever it was that I had, was it 4670 something like that, whatever my tag number was, DDI, one of the negatives of it was dead in Detroit. So, and that's what they said before. And that's what the lady said she went yesterday. And they didn't give me no plane coming back. So that meant yesterday when that lady on my Uber ride went to Detroit, that's where you went. Because they didn't give me no ride coming back. You know what I'm saying? So if they give you a ride coming back, that means you moved drugs back. But when they didn't give me no ride coming back, that meant you went out with drugs yesterday to going to Detroit. You didn't come back. And they didn't make no more narrative after that. And then after that, you went to a whole new place where you didn't go before. They went out to Hermitage. So you have to look and see, and they blocked everything in Hermitage. So you have to look at consistently what they say and do because they're only building one of the two. Somebody's building jail and somebody's building death. So you have to consistently watch what's being made because you know that none of it is true because you're not doing normal stuff when you do Uber. So you have to look at what they have done consistently. So when you go back and look at your rides from yesterday, let's go back and look at them. The first one you did, I did, was 428. The police was in, okay. So 6:54 a.m. Let's do all of the symbols around this. You got everything. Let's break down everything they did yesterday. And I seriously got to go to bed because I got to go to work. And I'm not going to be on here looking at this. I'm just trying to make sure, watch and see if my video's back up. But I got to go to bed because I don't want to be tired tomorrow. And I got to go to work. So what you want to do is look at Rebecca. That's the first name. That name is here. And she takes care of her mom that is an Alzheimer's patient. And she was over there at T-Mobile. All right. We also know that this person that was in the car yesterday said she was a caregiver. So let's go back and play the video from yesterday. And I ain't pick up nobody named Jim, so I don't even know why Jim is on my phone. And it definitely say that too. I can't even understand that. It says Jim. They added that. I ain't pick up nobody named Jim yesterday. Oh, I canceled it. That's what I was gonna say. You, that's not correct.
Welcome to come to court and argue your side, okay?
Okay.
That is well within your right to do so.
All right. All right. So. Help me with my emotions today bless Easter today with her evil, unsupportive self.
All right.
Help her today, and thank you for helping me and
The
giving me the wisdom
the
to
name
do what it
of
said.
the
Bless
lady.
the racist officer.
Pick up Rebecca on the right.
Give him, here go the lady with the broken neck. Wait a minute, that is Sarah Jakes.
Okay. Now, 6:54 a.m. is 9/6. That's on the 6th. $32 is 5. That's law enforcement. So 10 and 8 and the address is 2565. That's 9. That equals the police. Everything they do is numbered um, with their affiliation. So you got 5 in the number for the amount, 6 in the time. Rebecca stages memory care and caregiving. 2565 is 9 equals the police is behind it. Then where is she going? She says it was a wreck along the way. They got her in the car. She's an insurance ride, and she was on the phone for over 1 hour and 30 minutes. So if we go back and play this,
All right. People, help me with my emotions today. Bless Easter today with her evil, unsupportive self. Help her today, and thank you for helping me
she's
and
gonna
giving
get
me
in
the
the car
wisdom
in 1
to
minute.
do what it said. Bless the racist officer.
Pick up Rebecca on the right.
Give him, here go the lady with the broken neck. Wait a minute, that is Sarah Jakes. Good morning. How are you? I sincerely apologize for the delay. Y'all have the most incompetent law enforcement here.
Oh,
And yes, and I ran into a
Head to your drop-off at TriStar Skyline Medical Center.
So I definitely apologize for the inconvenience that it
In a quarter-mile
may have
turn
caused
right.
you.
Well, they're gonna have to see me anyway. I'm pre-operation,
Oh.
post-op, so they're gonna have to see me anyway.
Okay, what time is your appointment this morning?
8 o'clock.
Head to your drop-off at
Okay.
TriStar Skyline Medical Center.
Well, he definitely held me up
Turn left.
This morning, and it's was an uneventful situation. I still don't know if we are going to make it there on time.
Turn right on
because
17th Avenue East.
The road is partially closed off. So if you like, I can get on the phone with OnStar to see if we can get another route there, or if you know of another route that we could take.
All the way down.
And that is where we're gonna run into the problem.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They had, I don't know whether I don't really know what the cause was, but I just know that it was blocked off and the traffic was all the way backed up.
Oh, terrific.
So,
I'd say try it anyway.
okay.
In a quarter-mile turn left on Memorial Boulevard.
We're definitely going to have an optimistic attitude,
Yes.
and let's see. But my job is.
I ain't getting uptight over it.
All right. Well, I won't either.
Like I said, they're gonna have to see me one way or the other.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to get there safely.
Turn left on Memorial Boulevard.
And we're going to get there as fast as we legally can.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Safety is the main issue.
Safety is all, that's what it's all about.
No sense getting there in an ambulance.
No, not at all. So how are you this morning?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm wearing my neck brace, which I haven't worn for 2 days.
Okay. So you said this is post-op, so you already had surgery?
I did.
Okay.
And my neck, you can't even tell where the surgical scar is. I had it on the 10th of this month. And it's healed up beautifully and everything feels right, so I don't think we have an issue with that.
Okay.
But I had to do blood work, making sure there was no infection, and x-rays yesterday.
Okay.
But she's gonna be back because she doesn't have the x-rays in her hand. But I do what my insurance company tells me. She
Okay.
says, just get them downstairs or anywhere. Well, that isn't what my insurance company tells me.
Okay.
And I'm not paying for x-rays when I don't have to.
Okay.
When you turn 65, it's a whole different ballgame.
Really? So what I'm trying to understand, so what does it make you do? I thought the older you get, the more, that's how they advertise it anyway, the more benefits you have. Is that not the case?
That's not the case.
It's not?
No.
So when they be like advertising like when you're over 65 and you get this benefit and you get all this health insurance and you get, you know, food and groceries, huh?
You get 20% you have to pay.
Really?
And that adds up very well. And my copay to go see a doctor now is $25.
Okay.
You know, that runs me over $100 a month.
Okay.
Surgery.
So
I
it's
back surgery on the 6th of this coming month.
okay.
And I think the surgeries are too close together. My body feels wore out. But they want to do it anyway, so let's get it over with and do it. That's what the doctor wants. But I babysat this woman's cat for 2 days.
Uh-huh.
I'm 66 years old.
Okay.
And had no idea I was allergic to cats.
Okay.
I had this little cat sleep with me for 2 days.
Okay.
And I am covered in a rash.
Really?
And then they gave, and this was right before the surgery.
Okay.
Then they give you that special soap to wash from the waist up, you know, wash you real good. And you gotta do it 3 times in 1 day. The day before the surgery, they don't want you to get infections.
Okay.
And it dried my skin out. I swear it was flaking off like cornflakes. Big flakes. Not just like your sunburn peeling, it was big flakes. And I thought we had it under control, but now here it goes again.
Okay.
And it's like, just wearing clothes is driving me nuts. It's painful.
Okay.
So, and the little girl brings her cat back down. Here, hold her. No! You don't know what your cat does to me. I grew up on a farm around, it was a dairy farm, so we had cats all over the place. They used to do a yearly cat roundup.
Okay.
And they would catch the females and males and have them spayed or neutered.
Okay.
So we wouldn't have so many cats.
Okay.
But other farms used to come and get cats from us because they're good mousers. And Mom would feed them and give them vitamins while they were pregnant.
Okay.
And she'd get them where they were tame enough, they'd bring the babies up and she could tame them down a little bit.
Okay.
But she used to sell the cats. We had some beautiful calicos.
Okay.
But because we really couldn't play with the cats because they were half wild, I had no idea I was allergic.
Okay.
I think your immune system changes the older you get.
Uh-huh. I can imagine. So you won't do that again, huh?
No, ma'am. No babysitting cats.
I'm allergic, but I have had a friend that had 2, and I would just I didn't be around them that much, and so I would just take something, but she had 2. I'm not really a big fan of them, but I have.
Not either.
I don't really, people that have them, I don't really think they have too many, show too many emotions. But some people that say they do, but I'm just not really a big fan of their love language. I'm more of a dog lover. Because I just think they can express their personality so much better.
Just in the way they
Yes, they just
looks like they smile at you when they're
yeah. I got one on the front of my phone, and it's my old dog, and he is just smiling. I mean, we took a picture together, and he's got his tongue hanging all out, and we just look like, you know, two happy people.
What kind of breed is it?
He was a Shawini Poo.
I don't know what that is.
It's a miniature poodle. He's
Oh.
two different miniature poodles together.
Oh.
His parents were 3 pounds, and the dad was 4 pounds.
Oh.
And so they're miniatures, and so he was 11 pounds. He got up to be 11 pounds. So
He offered me a teacup poodle not long ago. I've had 2 rescues. One, they told me was 8 years old, and she was all matted and nasty and underweight. I could have killed those people. The first thing they did was have to pull her teeth.
okay.
And the vet says 8 years old. He says, no way. He says, this dog is easily 12 or 13.
Okay.
And I had her for 2.5 years.
Okay.
She didn't even know her name.
Really?
No, she did not.
Oh my goodness.
And so I used to go to the door and ask her, you ready, Freddie? Go outside. You ready, Freddie? And she started answering to Freddie. So we started calling her Freddie, and she'd answer to him, but she was blind in one eye. But I like doing rescues when I can.
Okay.
I'm looking for one now. Anyway, this lady offered me a teacup poodle for $1,500 for that day only. I got back in trouble. I don't want something I have to bend over and pick up to put on the couch with me.
Okay.
And they've got a Jack Russell Terrier. They're going to be bouncy and everything like that, but the mother, they're sure that their male is the father. So she's got one. When they get born, I'm going to get a new puppy, which I hate to go through the little puppy teeth biting the crap out of you, you know. But I think I'll start from scratch. But I hate to. I'm an old person. I hate to get a dog that might outlive me. I inherited one of my sister's dogs when she passed away from brain cancer. So it's like, and the dog and I just didn't click. She missed her mommy.
Oh.
I think she grieved herself to death, quite frankly.
The dog died?
Yes. She died about 4 months after her mommy died.
Oh,
I
probably
think she
so.
grieved herself to death.
Really?
She would lay in front of the bedroom door. My sister came and lived with us there in that 3-bedroom apartment.
Oh, and so the dog would just lay there?
She'd just lay there.
Really?
Or she'd go out on the patio, and instead of laying under my chair, she'd lay under the chair that her mommy used to always sit on. She just missed her terribly, you could tell.
She never was happy no more?
She liked my sister Shirley. They clicked together. My sister let her sleep with her.
Okay.
I'm not having an 85-pound dog in my bed.
Okay. Oh,
so my
okay.
younger sister, and then she passed away. She had a bad aneurysm in the major artery leading from her stomach down.
Okay.
So her kidneys started shutting down, and they told her she'd drop dead at any time, and she couldn't drive anymore and stuff like that. And they had a very experimental surgery, and she decided she'd take the surgery. She says, I'll be there getting picked.
And then what happened?
She died 4 days later after a 9.5-hour surgery.
Really?
Yeah. I asked the doctor, did y'all learn anything? He said, yes, ma'am, we did. There were 6 surgeons in that operating room.
Wow.
And they they would call me every hour on the hour, one of the nurses in the operating room, to let me know she's fine and they're working. But I went through that crap for 8.5 hours while my brother slept on the couch.
Mhm.
He wasn't much help to me at all.
Mhm.
And after she passed away, I said, you can go home now.
Wow.
But 2 months ago, I sold my car. It was having so much engine trouble.
Mhm.
The guy who always worked on it for me, the last 6 months gave me a lot of trouble.
Mhm.
The car was beautiful on the inside and out. Even the new engine dropped in it. And I can't afford that, you know.
Mhm.
Just the cost, labor cost, and the cost me a small fortune. So he bought it from me so he could wrap a new engine in it for his daughter. It was so nice and clean.
I was just, not to change the subject, but I was just riding back there and I was looking for that police and I don't see him anymore. At all.
Well, you got one scouting you.
I don't ever too funny be in this area before, and I kind of thought it was weird that Uber would send me so far out to pick you up, you know, because it was over 30 minutes. But, you know, the fare was okay. You're my first ride for the day. So I came out here, and like I said, I'm not very familiar with the area, but most of the time in real small towns, it's just a habit that you go exactly what the speed limit is or 1 mile under. So I was, you know, following the speed of traffic, but definitely going, you know, like I am now. I have my, you know, cruise control set. And plus, Uber will tell you if you're speeding. But Uber's zone is sometimes not correct because it's changed 3 times on this road from 30 to 55 to 45. So, and it's never been 30. So I don't know what road it's picking up, but the speed limit has never been 30. It's 45 and 55. So I pay attention to the sign. Like the sign here says 45. So my cruise control sets to that. But I saw one of the police in the middle of the road because I saw her blue bar on the front of the car, but the lights are flashing big as day, so you automatically know, drop it down, you know, from 45 to 20. And so I did that, and halfway, once I passed the school, he didn't do it in front of the school. Once the end zone was right there, that's when he pulled me over, like 200 feet away from the end zone.
Right.
So,
What do you say, you were speeding in the school zone?
yep, 37 miles. 37 miles, not 37, over 37. And I told him, sir, no, I wasn't, you know. And I said, my cruise control is set, and I'm recording it, you know. Not that I can record what my thing is set to, but you know, I know that I have it set. I'm not speeding right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a reason to just lie. And I know that school zones, unlike any other place when you're driving, is real strict.
Right.
And so, plus, it was a ton of cars out there. And so you can't possibly speed past all those cars. Like, it was like real busy. And so, like I said, I don't have a reason to lie, but I'm recording it. I asked him when the last time he had his thing calibrated, but I was just like, I'm not going to argue with you because I don't want to give him any more of a reason to be a dick than he already was.
Yes.
You know, he just had something shoved up his, you know what, when he got up this morning, and you could tell he hadn't had his coffee or whatever he needed, and he's a liar. Point blank, period.
Might have been from Greenbrier. Up here, Greenbrier, they have a speed trap so bad that shut down the whole department.
Really?
They fired the chief and a bunch of police officers in union with
Well,
the chief quit.
Well, I know you ain't supposed to hide. So when I get home, I'm gonna run my camera back to look at it. I know you're not supposed to hide, but I saw the police sitting in the middle of the road because her blue light was on, like not on, but in the front of her car. And like I said, all the traffic was there, and I'm just doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm going the speed limit. I'm in a small town, you know, and these small towns normally have 1 or 2 police, and if you rub elbows wrong with them, then you just got a problem. And he was one of those. He was a jackass. And so he was lying and wouldn't take nothing else. Nope, yes you were. Sir, I have my things set, and it's been set the whole time that I've been going through here, and I was not speeding.
Right.
And, you know, you're not going to make me say that I was, because you're dependent on a machine and you're lying. And so I said, plus if I was going over that, Uber would tell, it would be in red. Now see how that's 55 right there? You see how it says it's 30? And now it's saying 55. So I don't pay that any attention. I strictly go by what I see on the sign.
Right.
But like I said, with him, he's a liar, and he know he is. And so I'm just not worried about it.
But what I'm seeing now is all being saved.
Huh?
What I'm seeing on your camera now is all being saved.
Yeah. Yeah. I record my road, and I do it for that reason. And I record, I don't know what happened to all the traffic from the accident or whatever that was in the middle of the road. But I'm glad it is gone. But for the most part, it was, I record my road, and then Uber records the rider, any conversation, and then I record my screen. And so my screen of my phone, because, you know, it's just the best thing to do when you're doing this. So I have proof of where you went, why you were there, etc.
Yes. I've had a couple of men who talk to their wives all the time or in the car. You know, they talk to me and stuff like that, but they have their wife on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to be blamed for sexual harassment or stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't blame them.
You definitely want to have, you know,
Back up.
yeah, because it's just the best thing to do in the situation. So, you know, when it comes down to doing this, for the most part, women don't normally have the issues with the sexual harassment. It's men, but women can have them too, you know.
Yes.
I just personally just try to keep the conversations, you know, to a reasonable climate. You know, I don't really get into real hot situations, subjects and stuff like that.
Yes.
I don't really like to do teen rides, you know, but in the event I do a ride for a teenager going to school, I make sure that, you know, I'm professional and I keep it zipped to a minimum, you know. That is just because I just don't really know. We're running
In 2
into
miles,
it right
keep
now.
right onto US Highway 31W North.
I don't really get, you know, really dig the whole riding somebody else's kid in the car. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
To me, this is it. What I was telling you about.
Oh well.
But it isn't red on my screen, and we only got 1.5 miles to go. So, and we got 18 more minutes. Once we get past this, we should be getting on the interstate, and, you know, we could go a little faster legally.
Right.
But you're okay?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good deal. But yeah, I don't really like the whole teenager thing. You know what I'm saying? But what happens if something happens to them in my car? What am I gonna do? You know, who am I gonna call?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my goodness. The neighbor with the cat that I babysat for, they just got a puppy.
really?
Are they out of their minds? The one little girl is autistic. She sat on the floor and taught that little cat how to play fetch. It plays fetch with her. It'll go get it like 3 times and then it'll lose interest. But it goes bounding down the hallway and gets its little cat toy and comes bounding back. She needed a cat, but a dog too. Come on. And if they think I'm babysitting them nuts, I'm not gonna babysit. Puppy shots they have to do. But heartworm is done in pills, not in shots, honey. But you're gonna have I'd say $150 in shots by the time it's all over with. And that, it's like $35, $45 an office visit. Puppies ain't free, honey. Oh my goodness, what is she thinking getting a puppy? Yeah, I don't understand teenagers. I know how you.
I don't see why in the world. I don't see why in the world they allow that. It is crazy to me.
I guess they gotta get to school somehow sometime. One guy I rode with, he was real particular. He didn't take anyone who needed walkers or any apparatus at all. I said, well, that's your choice. But he didn't want to have to get out of the car and open the door for anybody. He drove way too fast. I didn't complain about it, but like you said, they see how you drive.
Well, one of the things I'm going to argue with him that I can't wait to argue is that Uber records your driving habits in the app, and I have you don't know when you're getting graded. You just get graded at random, but it does it every day, multiple times a day. It grades your driving, and so I've never had a bad score. I'm always they require you to have an 85. I have excellence almost every time. So I'm never, having bad driving insights. And that's something that they're big on, because they're grading how you drive so they can make sure they got good drivers on the road taking their passengers where they need to go. So for you to say that I'm speeding or whatever, You know, you can see that, but this, I've never been recorded as that.
Right.
And even when I'm driving you right now, and there is no police
In a half mile,
sight,
keep right onto US.
well
Highway
under
31W north
the
using the
speed
right
limit.
lane.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's just not what I'm going to do, because I don't want to be cited. For him to just pull me over and blatantly tell a lie, you know, I just feel some kind of way about it, you know, and then there's nothing you can do to show. So what I think I'm going to do in that aspect is I'm going to put me another camera in, and it's going to record my dash.
Keep right onto US.
It's, you know,
Highway 31W north, then keep right onto I-65
or I'll call
south.
OnStar to see, you know, because I have that there to see if they're able to take that information up.
Yeah.
But I know that, you know, that was just not true. And so, but like I was saying before, I'm not gonna let him ruin my day. You were the first ride, and he
In
was
a quarter
the
mile,
first
keep right onto I-65
that I
south
saw
using
today.
the right lane. Keep right onto I-65 south.
All right, we got out of that. You are,
Did you see a reason for backup?
huh?
Did you see a reason for all those cars being backed up?
No, not like the car that was out there and the police. I just seen a police and a white man. I don't know really what happened. I just saw it didn't really look like a wreck, but it was just a car sitting in the middle of the road with the doors open.
No.
And then I saw the police talking to a white man. That was it. And, you know, the white man didn't look very calm, and they were just having a conversation. But it was miles and miles, like probably the last 5 miles before I got to your house, it was backed up. So I was actually saying, I hope I'm not going to be in that. And then, but the good thing is, talking to that police held me up that I wasn't in that.
Yeah.
So it was still a little, but I still don't see a reason why it was just like it was. No.
Can I talk to the insurance company for a minute?
You go right ahead.
No, 10/18/1959.
Miss Rebecca,
Yes.
can I ask you a question? If you're gonna give out your personal information, would you mind waiting? Because I don't want that to be on my information, and plus I just think that's like something you might want to be like safe about.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to talk to a human being. I need to talk to an advocate.
Okay.
I need them to call the doctor's office. My ride is running late.
on the phone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, we're
They'll still see me. They got to.
all right. Well, we're 8 minutes out.
But you couldn't help it, you know. But
No.
the other company used to call them and say she's on her way. Please hold her appointment.
Mhm.
And they seem to take better from the insurance company than from the patient, you know.
Mhm.
One time I was late getting to pain management, and it was back when I wrote with mid-complement stuff. And they would, I got there 15 minutes late, and it was because of traffic, and they would not see me, so I went without pain medicine for a month.
Oh my goodness.
Pain management is very strict, but they gotta be, you know.
Mhm.
But that's what I'm going to now. They don't, if you're one pill short, they complain about it. And they want you to show them a receipt that you bought a small safe from Walmart or something like that.
In 2 miles, take right exit 90A onto US. Highway 31W north toward US. Highway 41 Griffin Pike.
Well, I'm happy that we are not going to be any, more later than what we need to be.
It's not your fault. Not your fault. I'm not holding a grudge. Like I said, they're going to have to see me anyway. That's what she told me on the phone yesterday.
Okay. Well, it is always my pleasure, to get people to where they need to be on time, because I'm a very prompt person myself. And so I like to get people where they need to be.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, it does.
Life happens.
Yeah, it does.
A half-mile, take right exit 90A onto US. Highway 31W north toward US. Highway 41 Dickerson Pike using the right lane.
Yeah, I hope you fight that with the police department.
I definitely will. I'm gonna call.
Schools will then.
Take right exit 90A onto US. Highway 30W north toward US.
Ma'am.
Highway 41 Dickerson Pike. Then keep right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Using the right lane, keep right toward US. Highway 41. Then keep right.
And,
A quarter mile, keep right toward US. Highway 41.
like I said, he was just a liar. I just didn't. He's definitely the kind that can ruin
Keep
your
right
day.
toward US.
And,
Highway 41.
if you
Then
let
keep
him,
right onto Dickerson
because
Pike.
He wasn't, most police, if they're pulling you over,
In
you
a
can
quarter
talk
mile,
to
keep
him.
right onto Dickerson
He
Pike using the
was
right 2 lanes.
So direct, and there wasn't a lot of room for a conversation. Sir, that could not be. Yes, it was. Yes, you did. No, okay. I can't. He wasn't like.
Keep right onto
Sir,
Dickerson Pike, then turn
I'm
right.
doing this. I got my thing set. I'm on an Uber ride. About that, he didn't say, "Well, I'm gonna help you out and let you go on." I don't give any breaks for anyone that got pulled over in the school zone. If you were speeding, I'm gonna pull you over.
Yeah.
It's not. Why do you got so much bass in your voice this early? It's too early for that. So I couldn't really.
You fight with your wife.
Man, I'm telling you, he's gay. Not gonna have a wife. He's gay. I mean, he was just too in it, you know,
Yes.
and it was just entirely too early. And I'm very nice, you know, because I recognize I'm at a disadvantage. I'm in your town, and you're the cop, so
Right.
I definitely know not to be
Turn right.
confrontational because they'll be quick to say, get out, so go ahead and step out of the car. So we're not doing that. So I just said, you know, sir, I'm doing an Uber ride. I saw the lady. All of the traffic slowed down. I have my cruise control set. You know, no, you don't. No, you didn't. That right there is just, that is, you're trying to get somebody to be combative.
Right.
Because if someone says that, you know, they had their cruise control set, no, you didn't. The answer, even if he was going to continue with his citation, he should have been, you know, well, ma'am, this is what I saw. You're welcome to, you know, do this, that, and the other, but I have to cite it because this is what I saw. I'm very sorry. I don't know what could have been the problem. No, he was not that at all. Looking for, I want to fight. That's what he was looking for.
We're going to the medical plaza right now.
Right here. All right, let's do it. Well, you have been
if he's got copped an attitude before
he came up to the window. He came up to the window, and the first thing to say, well, do you know why I pulled you over? Nope, license and registration, please. And so I was going to say,
In
well,
a quarter
can I know
mile,
why?
turn right.
Yep. Is there any reason why you're going so fast this morning?
Oh,
But, you know, you were going 37. What were you speeding for? I wasn't speeding. Is it this
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yes, to the left.
I wasn't speeding. Yes, you were. Okay.
Well, I hope you get your stuff together. And
Absolutely. You know, that means that it's going to be a great day. That's all. You know, that's what that means. That it's going to be a great day.
But a liar pisses me off too.
Yeah. But
Don't you be
I'll tell you
lying
one
about me,
thing.
right?
Next time I see a ride coming through there, unless it's your name, I ain't going to take it. You fix that. You just don't go through towns like that no more. We got one of those. It's called Telefair County, and everybody know, don't go through there. Don't go through there. You want me to get you to the door, or are you going to get out
Do
here?
I need to sign anything for you?
No, honey, you went Uber. Your insurance company did it. You take good care, and I wish you well. You too,
I
ma'am.
hope you have a blessed day.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Head your pickup at 3474 Dickerson Pike.
You just trying to get out, right?
Yeah, I just did an Uber ride. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It looks like they might not be long, but I don't know. But if I could get out because I got somebody else to pick up, that'll be great.
Yeah. Very good.
I can?
Yeah, you can bag up, yeah.
Turn left. right. Turn right on Dickerson Pike, then turn left. In a quarter mile, turn left. Turn left. Just ahead, turn left. Turn left, then pick up Aaron.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Something like that. I gotta see my ticket. I'm gonna tell you.
All right. Are you? It says that you have a stop.
Yeah, it's back here.
Okay. Are you doing all right this morning? If you don't mind me asking, so the bus, I had to pass the bus coming in here. So they don't take your kids to school?
No, they're zoned for somewhere else. I kept them at the school. They was zoned.
Just ahead, turn right on Dickerson Pike.
Okay.
And the school over here, they gets the kids down there. They don't go to that middle school, and then the other bus is only from pre-K through kindergarten. I have
Okay.
first, second, and third.
Okay. Does your school assist with Uber rides? They don't. I picked up somebody else. I'm not from Tennessee and I don't live here, but I picked up
Turn
somebody
right on
else
Dickerson Pike.
and he said that the school pays for their rides because his ride was kind of expensive, and I was like, oh, wow, do you have to do this every day? He was like, the school does it, and so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it is. I don't know where he go, or I thought it was like, that's what they do.
Was he an older kid?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll say it could be through his. Was he in college?
I think he was in high school. Am I going right? To just keep straight? Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the schools or the system here. I don't rarely too funny go to schools, but it's like probably once or twice a week I'll go. I mainly go to high schools, and so I picked him up and I was just like, dang, if they paying me $17 and they gotta be at least get 40 for the ride. And so I was like, wow, that's a lot. You gotta do that every day. And he was like, no, that's school doing. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of hardship maybe the situation that he got.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, we on it ain't even a month yet.
Really? So what you thinking? Then you be like,
yeah, it gotta be something drastic or something that's going on with that.
Okay.
Most schools down here, that's not even a thing. So I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have
unless he has a teacher that support, whatever he's going through and wants to help get.
I think he was in. I think if I'm not mistaken, that he was in like a some type of either foster care or something like because he had like a not a chaperone, but like somebody was with him, and I think that's what it was, but I didn't want to get too much into his business, but I think he had some kind of.
Continue straight to stay on Dickerson Pike. Then turn left at the ramp toward Tennessee 155 East.
But to get into something because it might tell you, or like if it's an organization ride, then you're picking up somebody with some kind of medical situation and their insurance is doing it. So it just depends,
Turn left at the ramp toward Tennessee 155 East. Then take right exit 90B onto Tennessee 155
even
East.
though it's your choice to put them in, the school of your choice, but It still should be.
Well, their school have, see, the thing is with their school, a lot of these elementary schools around here only have 1 to no buses.
In a quarter-mile, take right exit 90B onto Tennessee 155 East using the right lane.
Go. And then the ones that do have multiple buses, you got to be within that school zone. And then some of them are like cut off, like right before you cross over this little pathway. Or then I would have had to send my kids to village.
Take exit 9B onto Tennessee 155 East, then take right exit 15B onto US. Highway 31 East South.
And the thing is, with even like if I would have transferred them to in the middle of the year, like when they only been on the normal monthly school, these buses they have lists on them. Like it's like a waiting list. Like so many kids can only ride one bus. So even still, if I would have sent them
in a quarter-mile, take right exit 15B onto US. Highway 31 East South using the right lane.
next school year.
Okay.
So they have to be approved for the bus ride.
Okay. Okay.
See, I've always drove them because my kindergarten pre-K could never, they never get the right.
Take right exit 15B onto US.
Oh,
Highway
really?
31 East South.
In Georgia, where I'm from, they do.
Yeah, so
They do.
They don't let kindergarten and pre-K ride the bus.
Okay.
So I just was like, well, I might as well take all my kids. I had a first grade at the time.
The dog. It was no talking to him at all. He's.
The school's gonna take it about once a day, okay?
Okay. Just listen to. Lying. And I'm only crying because he's just lying. Oh, down, because it was.
So is he there?
Do you need time to find your insurance? That is. Where I decided to pull you over. Alright, everybody was going to speed limit. School zone, yes, ma'am.
I'm telling. I was deaf.
Your correct home address or your Kentucky address?
Kentucky.
Okay. Any reason for the rush this
mistake with your gun.
realize you just went through an active school?
My registration is in my bag. Can I?
It's an active.
Sir. And but